My favorite character in the book was Minnie Tucker, from a business standpoint.
What business was she in?
Minnie Tucker ran the last great sporting house in the French Quarter. In its heyday, Basin Street was where all the high-class houses were. The ones with the crystal chandeliers shining through the leaded glass front doors. And that's where the elite would gather, because Basin Street was the Park Avenue of prostitution.
Is there a kernel of history that you worked around like you did in Shorter's Way?
Storyville was the red light district of New Orleans. That's true. And Angola State Penitentiary is definitely real. Louis Armstrong delivered coal when he was a little boy to all of the sporting houses in the district, which is where he first heard jazz.
And just all of the research, all of the, like, what people eat, how they speak, how they dress, just creating such a sense of time and place. It was wonderful.
There is a town by the name of Waterproof. I borrowed the name and I moved it down the river to the part of Louisiana where I grew up, in central Louisiana, with, live oaks and moss hanging everywhere, typical small town on a river.
Characters that just came to life on the page, that I felt as if I knew them.
I'm tickled that there's a character in here, especially somebody that's not supposed to like poetry or be poetic in any way. The sheriff ends up as a poetry writer.
And I loved that you had so many storylines going, but it was not difficult. They were intertwined, but you just couldn't imagine not already knowing these people. I mean, I just hated for the book to end.
What I started with was location. I had the town of Waterproof. I had New Orleans, which I've always been in love with, and I knew about Angola. It was such a bad place, and yet they grew flowers in the midst of all this horribleness. And so I started with location, and then we kind of decided, well, how can we tie all these things together?
I usually read novels at night, and I measure the success of a book as to how much sleep I lose. The combination of the fiction and the education we received from various aspects of the book just made this the complete page turner. You just did not ever want to stop reading it.